This professor made a promise to the whole class. Anyone who could solve his math problem would get a $1 million job and a permanent honor at MIT. But despite the money and glory, the students had zero interest. Some even walked out of the room because the problem wasn't meant for them. It was an advanced Fourier equation. Only 4 people in the world besides the professor could solve it. But then something unbelievable happened. A janitor in the hallway glanced at it and casually wrote out the solution. The steps on the board were nearly perfect. The professor couldn't believe what he was seeing.
This is correct. Who did this? Jack?
Wasn't me.
Nimish?
No way.
Some top students quickly stepped back and denied doing it. That's when the professor realized a once-in-a-generation genius had just appeared at MIT, but he was just a janitor. The next day when the professor walked into class, the room was packed. Word had spread about the mystery math genius. Everyone wanted to see who it was. But when the professor asked sincerely, the whole class just looked around. No one said a word.
Seems there will be no unmasking here today.
Seeing that no one would admit it, the professor gave them a new problem. This one had taken him and his team 2 years to figure out. He wanted to truly test the genius's ability. But in no time, the janitor will calmly wrote the answer on the board. The professor saw him writing and thought he was defacing someone else's work. He immediately told Will to stop.
That's people's work. You can't graffiti here. Don't you walk away from me.
Hey, fuck you.
Oh, you're a clever one. What's your name?
But when he turned to look at the board, he realized the problem that had stumped them for 2 years had just been solved in the simplest way possible. Only then did the professor understand. That young man was the genius he'd been searching for. When he went to the janitorial office to look up Will's file, the supervisor handed him a court summons instead. Turns out after leaving campus yesterday, Will saw a guy who used to bully him, so he grabbed 3 of his friends and beat the guy down, finally letting out years of pent-up anger. But when the cops showed up, Will lost control and accidentally hit an officer. His simple assault charge instantly became assaulting a cop. Still, Will wasn't worried when he stood in court, because he knew the entire U.S. Constitution and past case law. He had already defended himself successfully more than once. Will had a photographic memory. He could remember every detail of any book he read. But after being abused and abandoned by 3 foster families and bullied at school, his personality became rebellious and twisted. But this time his luck ran out, because the judge spent 10 full minutes just reading through his long criminal record, so impersonating an officer, so much more.
I'm also aware that you've been through several foster homes. The state removed you from 3 because of serious physical abuse. You know, another judge might care, but you hit a cop, you're going in. Motion to dismiss is denied. $50,000 bail.